It is much, much easier to be the hunter than the hunted. And that's what Kansas City is now. And it's been a couple of years now. Kansas City gets every team's best shot. They get every coaching staff's best game plan. Kansas City is the NFL's most hunted. They've got the ring and Mahomes and Andy Reid, and the networks love them, and they get the attention. Some of their best players have gotten the bag, and now everybody's going to pick. You're going to spend the offseason, if you're Cincinnati and Buffalo, copying some of their offensive genius, and you'll spend the offseason defensively drafting and acquiring people that can make their life more miserable. And in both Buffalo and Cincinnati's case, you have star quarterbacks with lots and lots of really good weapons and emerging running games to keep Mahomes off the field. They are the standard now, the Kansas City Chiefs in the NFL. And Cincinnati and Buffalo have the quarterbacks to go toe-to-toe. And the Chiefs, we told you this. When they lost Tyreek Hill, we said they'll still score a bunch of points. And they'll still be very productive. But they will miss his lightning. They will not score as quickly. They will not be able to come from 24-0 or 17-0 down. And Cincinnati and Buffalo now know it. Go look at the first downs last night. Bengals have 26. Kansas City just 20. 15 passing first downs for the Bengals, just 11 for the Chiefs. The Bengals get into the red zone 7 times. Kansas City just 4. Bengals averaging 8.5 yards a play, pass play. Kansas City only 7. It's just inches. This much, that much. That speed that you can't duplicate on the market. We never questioned whether Kansas City would be smart and brilliant and win and be productive. But they missed Tyreek Hill's lightning. They feel like a heavyweight fighter that doesn't quite have the knockout punch they used to. Can't claw back after being beaten in the early rounds like they used to. Instead of Travis Kelce being the 2 to Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce is now the 1 to Marquez Valdez-Scantling and Juju Smith-Schuster. It is not the same. Even in New England's dynasty, as great as the New England dynasty was, and it was great, they had a 10-year drought and needed a weird Seahawks play call throwing at the 1.5-yard line to get that Super Bowl. But now you got Buffalo's got Josh Allen and weapons, and Cincinnati's got Joe Burrow and weapons. And what's impressive about both those teams, and scary if you're the Chiefs, is now they've got running games. Singletary for the Bills. The two-headed running game eventually for the Bengals. Both can keep Mahomes off the field. Is Burrow the MVP of the league? When I bought into the Bengals earlier this year, I said, don't sell your stock. I don't care they lost the Super Bowl. I don't care that Burrow had surgery. Once the run game emerges, they are built to beat the Chiefs. More than Buffalo. They're built to beat the Chiefs because I think they're better situationally than Buffalo, because I think Burrow's a more accurate thrower, easier to get third downs, long game, mid game, short game than Josh Allen. What's interesting about Burrow is about a month ago I said Joe Burrow has entered the realm of Mahomes and Allen. We now have 3 great quarterbacks in the league. Mahomes, Allen, and Burrow. All 3 are in their athletic prime. All 3 can move. All 3 have requisite arms. Mahomes may be the raw talent. Allen, the physical specimen. But does anybody in critical situations throw the football more accurately and to the right person more often than Joe Burrow? I think not. Much, much easier to be the hunter, Cincinnati, than the hunted Kansas City. Wouldn't be shocked if they meet again in the AFC Championship. All right, so the Cowboys won 54-19. Everybody in the media going to lavish them with praise. Listen, the Cowboys are always their best playing the weak or the weakened. And here came the Colts with an old immobile quarterback, controversy in the organization, an interim head coach, They were a beach ball, and the Cowboys were a pit bull ready to pounce on it. Do you still trust Mike McCarthy situationally in the playoffs? Or for Dak to have a 9-play drive trailing, overcoming a pass rush? I don't. But if you walk into Dallas a little wobbly, they'll knock you out. They got 6-7 elite players. They will play downhill. But for 3 quarters, didn't you ask yourself? 2.5 hours, didn't you ask yourself? Colts are bad. They're on the road. How is this game close? Dallas, to me, is the classic schoolyard bully. They seize on the weak and terrified. But when they face top quarterbacks, when they face real pass rushes, when they face playoff teams or have to go on the road and the margins shrink, that is when I don't trust Dallas. I just don't. I know I'm supposed to, but I don't. December and January football gets cold and tight and uncomfortable, and coaching matters more, and quarterback play matters more. And right now, I feel like there are 4 teams in this league feel different. Cincinnati, Buffalo, Kansas City, and Philadelphia. They feel different to me. And then there's 3 or 4 other teams, San Francisco looking for a quarterback, Minnesota, Miami, and Dallas. They're just missing something. Firepower at quarterback maybe for Minnesota and Miami. I don't trust the coach with Dallas. San Francisco now has the great defense, but we don't know what they're going to be at quarterback. I guess with Dallas, it's this simple. As you lavish them with praise this morning, haven't we seen this before? A weak and wobbly team waltzes in to Dallas, and the Cowboys roll them. It's a standalone TV game, and everybody freaks out. And in about 3 weeks, they got to go play a playoff team. Maybe it's on the road. It's just uncomfortable. It's snowing. And they just can't make the plays late. I mean, never forget. You watched that Green Bay game, right? Green Bay's not even good. So take a deep breath. I think they're close, but I don't trust them because they have not gotten to an NFC championship game. In a sport where everybody, even the Lions, are viable, they haven't gotten there since 1995. So I will believe it when I see it. But this, a weak and wobbly team with an old quarterback and interim coach, waltzes into Dallas on a standalone game and they bury him late in the fourth quarter. You know how many times I've seen that in the last 15 years? 20? 2 dozen? Believe it when I see it. Against a great team, potentially on the road, and a great coach. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.